Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in the last video we unboxed two moving headlights from a lighting company called Shehds, and in this video you're going to see them in action. I tried to get as many photos as I could. Unfortunately, videos wasn't really an option because of the actual show, because it was a kids show, so due to Victorian child safety laws I can't get videos, and also I'm operating a show. I got as many photos as I could during programming and all that fun stuff, so we're going to talk about all of that today. And they're also currently behind me, lovely rotating. Let me turn. So I've got just those on right now, and again, they're pretty damn bright. They're 230 watts, as we've discussed. So, the fun stuff. You're gonna probably mostly see me talking. We're gonna start with what I took on the show. Now, I'm looking here at my phone because I've got my notes, and my editor's gonna put it on screen because I love my editor so much. Love ya. Anyway, so I took a whole heap of stuff. So with me, I took 3 crates and 2 moving lights and 2 LED bars. I took obviously DMX packer, so with all the DMX stuff, as you can see in this photo. I have got a road case there, but the show was 2 days. It wasn't worth taking an entire road case with a bunch of different cables in it, so I just got a bunch of little I call them crates. They're tubs. Got them from Bunnings. Love Bunnings Warehouse. Got them from there, and it's just so much easier. They're smaller, much lighter, a lot easier to transport for just quick little shows like this. So that's what I did. I got 4 of them, 2 25 litres and 2 50 litres, but we don't care about that. Anyway, I got what I called the data packer, which had all the DMX, any of the data stuff, had some USB cables, adapters, DisplayPort cables, things like that. And then I took a power packer. So that one had PowerCon for the moving headlights. It had IEC for the LED bars. It had power boards, power extension cables, all that fun stuff. Also took a tape kit, so various different tapes. So I just took, it was all tenacious because they didn't specify, so it's just safe to go with tenacious tapes because tenacious tapes are the greatest. Took a range of 3-pin and 5-pin DMX, and the LED movers from Shehds, and 2 LED bars that I've had previously. But this is about Shehds, so we're going to talk all about their fun stuff. We're going to start right from the beginning. So pre-show patching, all that fun stuff. There is a head file so we used the MA console, so pretty industry standard for like big live events, but it's great for theatre as well. It's actually currently sitting here and is what is running the lights. So MA does have a head file for it, which is great, super easy to patch in. Obviously 2 separate heads, patched with 2 different addresses. I was running them in 18 channel mode, so to just make use of all the channels, and yeah, it was great. Had no major issues. However, on the console itself, this is probably more of an MA issue, not really Shehds. The head file doesn't line up to all of the parameters, so I'll take over the console and I'll show you what I mean. And we're back. All right, so let's get our movers up at full. So by default, they're in a linear prism, which isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. However, these don't actually line up. So under beam, where you would normally change your prism stuff, this doesn't actually do it. So this should be prism rotate, that one on the far right, but that actually, as you can see, I go in the right direction, that changes the prism type, not the rotations. That's no prism, that's what home should be. That's prism, a bit hard to see, but it's a circular prism. I think it's 6 facet. And then the one next to it is supposed to actually be the prism selector, but that's zoom. And then under focus, I think focus actually does do what it's supposed to do. So I'll just chuck a gobo in there. Also home value shouldn't be rotating, but that's fine. So we'll chuck a gobo in there, and then as you can see, it starts to blur it out as it gets zoomed out, and obviously the zoom itself can help with that if needed. To zoom it out more, we can diffuse it more. But yeah, and then here where it says zoom, that's actually prism rotate. So again, I'm not pretty sure that's an MA issue, not necessarily a Shehds issue, but it is still an issue. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to figure that one out during programming, but that's okay, we figured it out. Now the best part about moving lights is the beamy stuff, and they can move. So with this, obviously, I can't remember what this scene actually is supposed to be, but it's during bumping, as you can still see there's people on stage getting stuff ready. This looks like it was pre-show, so it looks like we were programming our pre-show look, and I was going through the gobos and just putting it on the stage, and of course with the haze, it looks great. The beamy stuff looks amazing, it always does. So the show was Winnie the Pooh Kids, and I accidentally created, I would say, Pooh Bear using some of the gobos. So as you can see, it's probably a little bit hard to see, but you can sort of see the 2 ears and the face, kind of. I can see it. I don't know if you can, but that's what me, the director, and one of the other lighting designers was like, hey, that's pretty cool. It was an accident. I didn't mean to create it, but we did, so it was pretty good. Another great thing about these fixtures, as I've said several times, it's a 230 watt fixture, which is incredible. It's amazing because it is super, super bright, okay? Like, it lights this entire room when it's dark. Like, you can see it's currently light. That's as if I had my normal ceiling light on. It's not. It's just the lights, and it's great. Like, I'll take them out. Hang on, that light is from what's my face light on the computer. It's pretty dark in here. There's a bit of light in here because of that. That's not really helpful, but like, it's still pretty dark. So if I just go hit my oops button to get my stuff back, there we go. We got some light again. You know what, let's chuck a color in there because why not? And there we go. We got them back. But yeah, they're incredibly bright. Like, even with, you know, the 1200 watt incandescents going and other LEDs, you could still see them. You could still see the beamy stuff. It was great. They were incredibly bright, and we're going to use that Pooh Bear as an example. Okay, let's go back to that photo, lovely editor. So that, from where the cyc is to where these lights were probably about almost, I want to say it was about 30 meters. So 30 meters from up in the air downwards onto the cyc in a prism as well. Pretty damn good. Open wide. For this show, I didn't actually use any of the colors, I must admit, because it just wasn't the show that needed them. So it wasn't a great showing there. I've obviously tested it during program. I was like, don't really like that. Colors, like here, as you can see, I've got blue going right now. The colors are fine. They're great. The split colors are amazing. Color selections are great. Just wasn't needed for the show. But again, it was wonderful. Again, we created amazing looks like this with all the haze. That's just a combination of haze and fixture. It's great. Again, beamy stuff, room full of haze, looks great. It can't go wrong there. Another amazing look, as you can see on screen right now. Now, we're going to quickly talk about mounting and the brackets. So the type of brackets that you get with the fixtures, I think I mentioned in the unboxing video, simple, standard, quick lock brackets. It's great. However, there was an issue with these that we encountered during bumping, and was quite frustrating. I was actually hoping to get more footage of bumping and all that for you guys, but I didn't have time. We were on a tight schedule, and the issues that we had. So these are the clamps that I got for these. Now, generally this would have been just fine. However, as you can see here, that is very not wide. So it wasn't wide enough for the washers to sit in so I can put the clamps on. Neither washer, this washer did sit in. Then the bolt, it went in once, even just with the one washer. So, you know, it went in fine, but when it came to putting the wing nuts on, so when it came time to, you know, it goes in, it's all good, but once the washer goes on and the wing nut, the wing nut won't even spin because there's not enough to actually thread. So honestly, I think this is probably more of a bolt issue, that my bolt isn't long enough. So yeah, I think that's more of a bolt issue, so I'll probably just get some longer bolts and it will probably be fine. But the fact that the washer doesn't work is not the greatest, but that's okay. But yeah, here's a quick video of the front of house bar. Like, again, you can see it doesn't all fit. So, oh well. And if I put it that way, well, that's not how the clamps. It's not gonna work if it goes like that. So you can see why things didn't work out. So in the end, we just used some of the Venue. They had spare C clamps, so they with longer bolts as well. So they just worked, which is good. But bit annoyed these didn't work, but it's not the end of the world. So overall, would I recommend them? Absolutely. They were incredible fixtures, and who knows, I might end up getting some more as well. They were incredibly, incredibly bright. Honestly, exceeded my expectations, and they were great fixtures. I have no complaints about them. 5-pin DMX would be nice, but beggars can't be choosers. And for only 500 USD, which in 752 of the wonderful Australian dollars, it's a pretty good price. A pretty good price for what you get. Pretty good. The Gobo selection, not great, but it's not the end of the world. You can swap them out. It's a good light. I'm really pleased with it. I've got the road case for it on the way, which is incredible. I'll leave the link to the fixture down below if you guys want to pick one up yourself. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching my review on the Shehds 230 watt LED spot zoom moving light. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.